All right, welcome back. We're gonna break down a little yoga-ish movement flow that you can do from any hotel room or on the side of a beach. So we're gonna start off, and I just want you to first just find your feet on the ground, okay? So you're gonna take a nice deep breath. Find that breath into the side of the ribs. So breathe in, feel that breath expanding out to the side of the ribs. Good. And as you're doing this, I want you to feel that connection from your pelvic floor, your hips. I want you to feel them stacked on top of your knees, stacked on top of your feet. So feel that weight evenly distributed down through both feet. Feel that breath into the side of the ribs, and then start to feel that connection of the ribs or the respiratory diaphragm stacked on top of your hips. And then start to feel that connection of your shoulders stacked on top of your respiratory diaphragm, stacked on top of your hips, stacked on top of your feet. Another breath. And then feel that connection of the top of your head stacked on top of your respiratory diaphragm, stacked on top of your hips, stacked on top of your feet. And feel that connection all the way from your feet to the top of your head. And then from here, I want you to reach down through your fingertips, grow out, out, out. You're going to reach the thumbs facing backward. And as you're doing this, the tendency for people is we lack range of motion through the shoulders. So when we go up overhead, we go like that. Let's not do that. Let's keep this connection through our midsection, through our abdomen, so this spine stays nice and long and neutral. And then you reach up from that neutrality through your midsection. So reach nice and high, and then blow all your air out. Reach through the bottom of your feet. So imagine your feet it's like you got four corners in your feet. Reaching out through the big toe, reaching out through the back corner of the heel, reaching out through the pinky, reaching out through the back outside corner of the heel. Your feet spread nice and wide, and then poof, imagine it's like they're being magnetized, being pulled back in. So the front toes are being pulled to the back heel. So you're creating a little lift in that arch of the foot, and you're growing up, 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 up. Good, nice and strong. And now from here, I want you to you're gonna bring your hands in front, and I want you to hinge the hips back, keeping all that length that you had created. Spine stays nice and long. Once you feel that length through the hamstrings, then you can start to slowly hinge, or bend the knees rather, keeping the hips hinged back, and you're gonna slowly come down until your hands arrive on the ground. Once your hands arrive on the ground, poof, you're gonna stay in this position, and you're gonna come up with your knees up off the ground just slightly. And I want you to just kind of imagine you're like pawing the ground just slightly. Boom, 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 boom. So I want you to stay long through the midsection the whole entire time, pawing the ground, pawing the ground. You're gonna go through that about 6 or 7 repetitions or so, just feeling that protraction through the shoulder girdle, starting to feel that compression, blowing all your air out, get nice and tight. And now from here, you're gonna start to paw and also bring a knee up forward, right? So playing with a little bit of balance work, and then boof. And then paw and bring a knee up forward. Playing with a little balance work, boof. Paw, knee up forward. Paw, knee up forward. And now from here, you can start to play with rotating out to the side, keeping this punch down through the shoulder, punch, 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 punch. Slowly drop that hip just centimeters above the ground. Keeping this reach through the arm, centimeters above the ground, and then slowly, poof, pulling yourself back up. And then same thing, keeping this long stack through the spine, slowly rotating onto the inside of this heel, and then boof, punch through this shoulder, reach through all four corners of the hand now, just like we learned with the foot, and then reaching out, poof, reach, 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 reach. Good, stay nice and long and stacked. My shoulder started to collapse up like a biatch. I gotta press that thing back down. Press, 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 press. And then you can start to move with it a little bit. Bow, bow. Get some movement, get some wiggle in the hips. Make sure your breath, so as I'm coming this side, I'm rolling out. I'm coming to this side, I'm Catch these people done taking pictures. And then over to the side. Good. Now from here, I can start to play. So from here, I can start to play and I can start to push myself up, poof, and down. Push myself up, poof, and down. I can slowly go a little longer, poof, whoa, and then back into some abs. And then I come forward, back, poof, back into abs. Come forward. As I'm doing this push-up, I'm same thing. Like I was punching through, clawing down, punching through the ground here. I'm keeping that same punch. I'm keeping my elbows in, and I'm slowly dropping down. Keep my midsection nice and long. Down, 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 down. And then back up, and then back across into this malasana squat or deep squat, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to slowly arrive my butt back on the ground and come up into one of these guys. So now, working a little bit core stuff. I'm on an angle, which makes it even more fun. So we're going to start to rotate through, come up into somewhat of like a boat type position, and back down. Long, back up, and then play with exploring, lengthening the hands out, and then coming up. All the way out, and then coming up. Good. And then back forward, malasana squat, boom, on my hands, elbows in, punching through the ground, spine long, all the way down. Hold this position. Press, focus on pressing through those shoulder blades, really creating this protraction through the shoulder girdle. Hold, 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 hold. And then you come off to the side. Boop. Stay nice and long here. For most of us, we're going to start off in this position. So feet stacked on top of each other. If this is hard, you can come down an elbow. But for most of us, we can do this. And then you're going to play with just slowly dropping the hip down and then back up. Dropping the hip down, falling down, and then back up. All right. As we're doing this, I'm holding my hand up against my hip because I want to keep this neutrality in my pelvis and through my spine. Okay, once I feel comfortable with that, raise arm up, raise that leg up, and I could play with dropping that hip while I'm long here, if that other stuff was easy. And then from here, I'm going to start to face the other direction. Boom, same thing. Reaching, punching through that arm as hard as I can, really creating that length out through my head. Imagine you're like a 5-pointed star. You have length coming up through this point, through that point, through this point, through the bottom feet. And I'm going to slowly just start off dropping my hip all the way down and then all the way up. Keep my hand on my hip just to make sure I'm maintaining that neutrality in the pelvis the whole time. Back down, back up. If that's easy, you can raise this leg up. Whoa. Raise this leg up, raise that arm up, and play with a little bit of movement through the hips from here. You can play with reaching the arms out the side, reaching the arms back the other side, and then coming back into that push-up position, and then back into malasana squat position. So now let's start to play with a little bit more active movement, and then we'll wrap this biatch up. So we're gonna go back, we go into here. So reaching back, I wanna keep this neutrality through the spine again, punching through that shoulder girdle and reaching back, 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 back through this hand. It's kind of like a wild thing in the yoga reality. And then you're gonna reach, keep this length through the hand, length, 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 length through the backhand now. Back, 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 back. Boom, back to this side. Shazam, now I have length through this arm. So the whole time, my goal is length. I'm reaching through these fingers. Reach, 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 reach. Reach back, 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 back. Whoop, boom, I'm here. Good, and you go a little faster. Whoa, faster, whoa, faster, whoa. You can start to maybe jump the gap and start to come in here. The whole time, I'm keeping that length. So from here, now we're gonna go a little bit more movement flow stuff. So I'm gonna start to drop into like a skandasana type position, and then I'm gonna come across. Boom. Here, I'm staying long through my spine. I'm coming across. Boom. So notice how we kind of warmed things up. Slowly, we started off just standing on our feet. And now we're starting to move in kind of a weird locomotive type way. And now we can start to bring our hands down in the mix and come across and come across. Boom. So I'm slowly distributing that weight. I'm punching through the shoulders just like we practiced before where we're pushing through the ground. And now I'm slowly starting to put all that weight in my hands, press up, across. All that weight into my hands, press up, across. Okay, and then like in the ground series videos, you can start to come forward, press up, boom. You can come back, press up, boom. You can go angles over to the side, boom, boom. Other angle, that way, boom, boom. And now from here, just wrapping up, nice long malasana. I want us to come up onto our tippy toes, stay nice and stacked in this position. You could raise your arms up. And now I want you to really feel that lift coming from your pelvic floor, right? Your Uddiyana Bandha, your Mula Bandha, activating all this lower stuff, okay? So the Mula Bandha is down the pelvic floor territory, and I want you to imagine you're pulling those feet together, nice and tight, feeling that length up to the top, all the way to the top of the head, to the spine, and you're slowly lifting yourself up into standing up on tippy toes. Raise the arms up overhead. Stay on the tippy toes, hinging those hips back like you're going down an elevator. Slow, 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 slow. Good. Arms up, activating the Mula Bandha, and then back up. Boom. And then coming back into that same standing position that we started at. Noticing the difference in your breath, notice the difference in your temperament, your mind, your mental state, and start to just feel your weight connecting down into the feet. Start to notice that even distribution of weight, left side, right side. Notice that stack of your knees on top of your feet, stack of your pelvis on top of your knees. Respiratory diaphragm, bring your hands back to the ribs. Feel that stack, ribs on top of pelvis, on top of knees, on top of feet. Bring your hands up to your shoulders, feel that breath. Feel that stack of it's called your thoracic inlet or outlet, if you want to talk fancy. Feel this neck area stacked on top of your diaphragm, pelvis, knees, feet. Bring your hands on top of your head, another hand on your belly. Feel that connection of that weight distribution from your head, down through your shoulders, down through your diaphragm, down through your pelvis, down through your knees, down through your feet. Another deep breath. And then you're off to your day. Woo-hoo! We did it! Yoga!